Welcome back to the channel. This is your Manchester United versus Arsenal FA Cup preview. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about how United can beat Arsenal. Can we gain momentum after that impressive Liverpool draw at Anfield? What players will be playing? And will we expect the likes of Ruben Amorim to make his first heavy rotation in a game with such significance in a game like this, as obviously United fans still kind of demand silverware this season after we did win 2 trophies under Erik ten Hag. Whether you liked him or if you hated him, you've got to respect what Erik ten Hag did when he did win us 2 silverwares back to back, because for someone like Arteta at Arsenal, 6 years in a job and still only 1 trophy, which was in his first season. Now, yes, they do play very impressive football, but trophies is what matters. We all know this. Trophies is what you remembered off. The trophies, right? United are also the FA Cup holders. You know, United, this is our competition. We're the current holders of the trophy. We should be going to the final. We won last time. Why can't we win again this time? Doesn't matter if we've got a new manager or new players. I definitely think United can go far in this competition. But obviously, I'm a lot more optimistic than I was last few weeks ago, because after that Newcastle game, I was absolutely disgusted to be a Manchester United fan. The way that they played in that game was absolutely humiliating. It was embarrassing. It was disgusting. I've never seen United play so poor live in my ever. I've never witnessed something like that. But obviously, going into the game against Liverpool at Anfield, we thought we were going to get absolutely smoked. But you know, United turned up and almost beat Liverpool. You know, it was a very close game, a very entertaining game. And let's just hope United can gain momentum and beat a very fragile Arsenal side, because I watched them against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup tie the other day, and they don't look good. Personally, for me, now I know Arsenal are a very good team, but at the same time, without Saka, for me, they've got no attacking threat. Personally, Martinelli is just crap, in my opinion. Havertz is just that lanky kid who can just score tap-ins. And Gabriel Jesus, for me, is probably their only main attacker that would probably cause a bit of issues. Trossard, I didn't rate him at his time at Brighton. I don't think he's good enough for a team like Arsenal. So for me, I feel like that if you take the creativity out of the game, where Arsenal heavily rely on corners and mainly Ødegaard to feed it from midfield to the attackers, I think United could have a very comfortable game tomorrow at the Emirates. So for me, this is the team that Ruben Amorim should go for. Now, there has been talks that Biende will be starting in goal, which instead of saying Biende, I need to say Ode, because after that performance against Spurs in the Carabao Cup, he was absolutely dreadful. But if Ruben Amorim trusts him, and so do I, hopefully it was just a bad performance and he gets another chance and he proves us wrong, and maybe hopefully keeps a clean sheet as United win 2-0. That's my score prediction. Let me know your score predictions down in the comments down below. But yeah, Biende in net, that's apparently already confirmed. I would like to see Leniero start a game personally. And I would also like to see Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez. I want to kind of see a similar team that played against Liverpool with a slight bit of rotation. Now, would we start the likes of Harry Amas? Would we start the likes of Toby Collier? Maybe even Chido Martin? Probably not, because the FA Cup is a very significant trophy. It is a very hard team and a hard opposition against Arsenal. But at the same time, we've got to take it serious as well. I don't think Arsenal are going to rotate too much, because they're going to be gunning for this trophy as well, because obviously Arteta needs to prove himself to the Arsenal fans and English fans that he is the right man for the job to take Arsenal forward. He's done a great job rebuilding Arsenal, but does he have what it takes to make them serial winners and champions? For me, I don't think so. I think he's a very overrated manager, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, obviously we've got our defence in Yoro, Maguire and Lisandro Martinez and Biende. The wing backs, with the likes of Malacia linked away with a move to Como in most recent news, I'm going to say Amorim will stick with the likes of Dalot and Mazraoui, personally for me. Midfield 3 as well has to be Mainu and Ugarte. They were just absolutely brilliant at Anfield, and I want to try and build on this consistency. And then up front, Bruno Fernandes and Amad Diallo. It has to be. It has to be them. And then I would start Joshua Zirkzee up front. I think Højlund is very good. But, well, is Højlund very good? I don't mean to contradict myself, but Højlund, I thought he was going to have an amazing season. He was going to fire this season and it was going to click for him. But he still just isn't getting the goals. And it's not like he's not getting the service, because he has had a few chances this season and blundered it almost. So I would give Xerxes a chance in this game, but if he starts Højlund, I won't be surprised. But that is my team. It's hard to predict, because I feel like Amorim's going to take it serious, but also start players who either need a start or a bit of a run out. We'll have to see. Maybe Lindelof or Johnny Evans might play. We'll have to see. But basing off the performance what we had against Liverpool, I really want to try and keep that consistency, because our next league game, I think, is against Southampton and at home. So that would be a good game for us to push on and try and get 3 points and build more momentum from in the league, because, you know, United sit 14th or 13th in the league. We all know United don't deserve to be there. We've had a poor start to the season. Obviously, getting a new manager and obviously a new system. It's a confusing time for the players, for the fan base, and obviously with what's going on with Ineos at the moment. It's a complete mess. And for me, I just feel like United just need to get that consistency, because Newcastle, perfect example, they struggled at the start of the season, and Newcastle fans were very, very concerned. Every Newcastle fan that does videos, go and watch them at the earlier start of the season, they were slating that team. But now they're one of the most informed teams in the league at the moment, because it's clicked and they're winning. And no one forgets, no one cares when you're winning. It doesn't matter how you play, as long as you win. That's all fans care about. And for me, it means more than that. For me, results, obviously, winning, it is a results business. That's what Sean Dyche said before he got sacked by Everton. But for me, it's progression, especially with Ruben Amorim. So if you was to ask me what is my personal end goals and what do I want from my team for the end of the season, I predicted it at the start of the season. I did say that I think United would win the Europa League. I did think we'd get top 4. I did also say if we could get another domestic trophy, I would say it was a successful season. But that was when Erik ten Hag was the manager. Since Erik ten Hag was sacked, I've wrote the season off. Not because Erik ten Hag or Ruben Amorim are bad managers. I just think that because we're so off it at the moment, off field and on field. So for me, I just believe that United just need to see progression. As long as we can say at the end of the season that we are progressing under Ruben Amorim, we look like one of the best teams in the league, that is all I can care about, and we trust the progress. I know we've been in that situation so many times, but for me, I think that's what it's all about when it comes to progression and under Ruben Amorim. Almost. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below on what you think and how do we stop Arsenal. For me, it's like I said, take Ødegaard out of the game, get someone like Ugarte to man mark him and just bully him almost, because Ødegaard is not a physical player. If you put pressure on him, he'll crumble, and he doesn't have the technical ability for me. He's a good passer, but he's no Bruno Fernandes. I don't understand why Arsenal fans push the agenda that Ødegaard is one of the best midfielders in the league. He's average at best. But yeah, for me, Ødegaard is just very, very overrated, and Arsenal fans do this a lot. I think you could say Arsenal have 3 at best world-class players: Saka, Declan Rice and Saliba. I don't rate Gabriel. You know, he's just a tall, physical centre-back. You know, he's nothing special in my opinion. The defence as well, Ben White, I think is massively overrated. Ødegaard, I don't rate. So if you see Arsenal's strongest 11, I see, it's like when you think about when you've got a fixture against an upcoming team, you know, you're like, oh God, we've got City next week. Oh God, we've got Liverpool next week. But when I find out we've got Arsenal as our next fixture, I'm there like, it's only Arsenal. You know, I don't see them as an intimidating team. I don't see them as a world-class team that can do damage, especially when Saka's out, because Saka is their main guy. Saka is the main man in that team. And I'm not being funny, I don't see them as a threat. And like I said, against Newcastle earlier in the week, they did not look good. And United, we've had a full week of training. They've had to play midweek. So for me, it's a great opportunity for United to knock out a big team in this competition, and hopefully it'll just build more momentum, build the morale in the squad, and we can just build on what we did at Anfield, because this is what it's about. It's going on a run now. It's keeping that consistency, because Ruben Amorim said it after the Liverpool game that I'm not being funny, but why can't we play this why can't we play like that every single game? Doesn't matter if we win or lose. It's the passion, it's the drive, it's the fight in the players that we need to be seen as fans, in my opinion. And Ruben Amorim is equally as frustrated as we've been this season, because he left Sporting Lisbon for us, and it's obviously not been as easy as he thought it was going to be. But obviously, this is where we find out if he's a good manager, a great manager, or a world-class manager. And for me right now, he's proven himself to be a great manager, but we'll have to see if he has the potential and, you could say, the drive to become a world-class manager and get United back to where we belong. But anyway, leave a comment down below on what you think of your predictions. Leave a like on the video as well and subscribe if you are new. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.